Do you like a diet of rice and water every day? Would you like to share your sword with everyone in your squad? Can you survive for weeks on end when our supplies run out on day 2? Then come and join the Alistel army on Let's Play Radiant Historia, Perfect Chronology. I'm H.C. Bailey, and today we've got some army recruiting to do.
A messenger. You should head to the recruitment center before they close.
Let's hope these guys like those benefits!
Listen.
But yeah, last time we got the side quest from the recruitment lady, and I think she told us to go here to find these guys. But we've got giant robots on our side. What are they gonna do about that?
Why don't I show you what Alistel can do?
I like the look on Stock's face there. Almost everyone in this game has an evil face portrait for whenever they're saying or doing something evil, I guess. Yeah, everyone's got these cool looking uniforms. I'm a soldier now, anyway.
Yeah.
But I didn't do anything. Thanks. Oh, well, we're just heading out now. Oh, that was easy.
I guess that was a successful recruitment.
But alright, yeah. Just talk to those guys, boom, you complete a side quest. Hooray! Well, we don't complete it, we advance the side quest, but we gotta go back to the quest giver in order to get the reward for that. And there's also this guy who can help us, or has another side quest to help us out. Or we gotta help him out. Oh, well, yeah, that could be a problem. Nuts. If only. But the item shop here doesn't sell them. Still, remember that for later viewers. Even if you can't do anything with the side quest now, you'll be able to take a note of it, and along the way, as you go throughout the game, you will be able to find the solution to the side quest there. So we're gonna have to find another shop that actually sells anti-sleeps. There's a whole bunch of anti-healing items in the game that cure various status ailments, like the sleep status in battle.
Oh.
But alright, so we finished the one side quest, talk to this lady again, and we can finish it. So yeah, you can tell when you've completed a side quest that because the quest giver has that green icon above their head. Hey, alright! So they give us 500 gold to go on a mission, but they give us 1,500 for recruiting 2 more soldiers to replace the ones that are probably going to get killed on this mission? How does that even work? But alright, yeah, you complete a little side quest, you get that nice jingle there, and it's done.
Thank you very much. I'll be counting on you.
But yeah, remember her for later. She's going to have some more side quests for us throughout the game. And you can also view side quests in the White Chronicle here. You can tell you've completed them because they got a nice little star there. And yeah, we got this other one that we haven't finished yet because we can't right now. But just something to keep in mind there so you can keep track of all this stuff. I like that. Kind of reminds me of Majora's Mask where they had like a quest log or something or other like that. But okay, so we took care of all that stuff. My party is all set and ready to go. So we gotta head back to Lasville Hills. This time we're gonna be going through the whole place. Now let's see. While I'm going through here, I'm not gonna fight most enemies to kind of keep my levels remotely reasonable. But there are some new enemies. So usually what I like to do... Oh, let's talk to this guy.
Excuse me.
Ah, nuts. But yeah, usually what I like to do whenever I go to a new area, or an area that has new enemies, I'd like to fight, say, one random battle per new enemy. And that way I can show off all the new enemies without becoming over-leveled by fighting every single variation of them. Okay, that guy is pretty easy to ambush there. But alright, let's see. So we got the bush lizard there. They are weak to ice, but there's really not a whole lot we can do with that. Oh yeah, you see we got 6 turns to start the battle there, so that'll really help us out there. That's what happens when you get what I call a full ambush there. And let's see, so the bush lizard is weak to ice, Dodo weak to thunder, Killer Bee weak to fire, but we don't have access to most of those elements. So what I want to do here, let's see, with that bush lizard, it takes up 2 tiles there on the grid. So I'm going to push it left and then push it back, so that way they're all on the same tile there. And even though the bush lizard isn't weak to thunder, that's all I've got, and it'll help me drive up the combo level a bit there. By the way, some of these enemies are also weak to various status ailments, but again, we don't have access to that.
What'd you think about that?
Yeah, I think I can do one more battle on the way there, and then I'll be at level 4. That'll be pretty good for my needs. Yeah, these guys, yeah, both of the enemies that I just saw there, they won't aggro you even when they see you, although the dodos will. So you might want to be a little careful with that, but otherwise, yeah, we didn't get the full preemptive this time, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see. You know what? Let's just take this a little easy. I'm just trying to think of how else I could do this. Because if I could get the upper left one and one of these guys on the same tile, nah, that won't work. Okay, let's just take care of the ones up front first, and then we'll deal with the ones in the back there. By the way, whenever you're targeting an enemy that you're going to hit in a combo, as long as they're on the same tiles, don't worry about which one you target first. The subsequent hits will hit both of them regardless. The only reason I like to target the second enemy is just because, well, the first enemy is going to be taking, well, the first hit by itself, so they're not going to be they will take more damage than, say, the second enemy will. So that way I can see how much damage I've dealt to the second enemy, if they've got any left, although they won't. But if they did, I'd be able to see that, like, in the middle of battle, so I can plan things out a little better. But alright! You have selected Power Drive. But yeah, we get Power Wave, which is a really powerful single targeting physical attack. Well, we got some rocks and barrels over here. And yeah, we can move these around, but can't really do anything with them. Remember that for later, viewers. For now, I just want to show something over here. Hey, they got a soldier over there. Why is the icon green? I don't have a side quest for him. Well, there's nothing I can do about that guy, so remember that for later, viewers. But yeah, we'll eventually come back here and help the guy out. But for right now, let's just get past these barricades. And let's see, we are going to the Alma Mine. At least that's what the mission details said. So, yeah, this is the way we gotta go, if you recall from our first trip over here. So, yeah, that's how you're supposed to know where to go. And, well, we got a traveling merchant here. Well, let's see what this guy has. Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention was, even though we got some money back at Alistel, I would recommend not spending it on the equipment there, because we're going to have some better equipment coming right up here. Yeah, usually if you're going to buy equipment, do it at the first chance you get, because otherwise, like now, we're later in the chapter or the prologue. So by that point, it's not going to be as useful because you're probably on the way to another shop or something like that. But alright, got the Alma Mine. Let's see what we can do here.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
That's us, all right. But who are you?
Yes.
Oh, do you work with SI or what? What do you mean, an update?
All right, that should be helpful. How's it looking?
Let's see.
You're screwed! Whoa, holy cow.
Selvan.
Now, we tried fighting against Diaz last time.
He's the brains supporting Diaz from the shadows, isn't he? This is more complicated than I thought.
Nuts.
We absolutely can't fail this mission, or we'll be in deep trouble.
Couldn't we just, I don't know, blow up the entrance again?
Indeed.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Let's see.
Ah, so how are they planning on getting through then? Oh, alright, yeah, sure, why not? Oh. I wonder what happened to him.
Yes.
Oh, so long, suckers! Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
What mission could be more important than this?
We need to make a move before the enemy gets their footing. But we can't even get inside.
Seriously.
Nuts.
Not only that, but Selvan's troops are on the move. We should go see what shape the entrance is in.
Alright, let's take a look.
Damn, it's sealed shut.
Nuts.
excuse me.
I heard the gist of it from the agent. But more importantly, has a scout been sent out yet?
Well, yeah, that much is obvious.
That's not good.
That's why they sent us.
Even if we sent someone out now, and he did manage to acquire explosives, it'd be dusk. But without those explosives, we're pretty much sitting ducks.
Captain Rush, don't we have the thaw machines with us?
Do we?
I could move the rock single-handedly with those things.
Do you really think they'd keep such expensive weaponry in a hole like this?
Well, maybe they should have sent it with us then.
Of course not. I, just wanted to ride a thaw machine. Just once in my life.
Okay.
Well, if you're interested, they're produced in Alistel's lab by an engineer named Fennel. Regardless, we have to focus on our current problem. Even my gauntlet is useless here.
If we can't go any further, why don't we just ambush them here?
What do you mean?
Their goal is to get inside Alistel territory. They'll have to come through here anyway.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
Generally speaking, an ambush would give us the upper hand. Stock, what do you think?
Well, we do have those ledges on the left and the right, so we would have the high ground. Indeed. But alright, so this is our first critical decision in the game, and this time there is a right and a wrong answer. So, let's see. Yeah, we never know when that scout's gonna get here, if at all, so yeah, let's ambush them instead.
Let's ambush them. We can't spare a single soldier to be out on a wild goose chase.
Yeah, that's true.
And taking the lack of training that soldiers like Keel have into account, it's a good plan.
Well, shouldn't we send the soldiers that lack training to find the guy?
You're right. An ambush would be an efficient way to make sure we're ready for Selvan's troops. Okay, Keel, you heard the man? Gear up the brigade.
What gear?
Right away, Captain.
Oh, you meant that figuratively, not literally. Okay. Why'd the music get so ominous all of a sudden? Well, whenever you hear this music, it probably means you screwed up somehow. Even though we kicked their ass, What do you mean? Well, what difference does that make? So, that's not our problem. Ah. Nuts. Well, we were already there to begin with. But yeah, this is the first of many bad endings. One of the things that this game likes to do is when they give you a lot of critical decisions, and, well, the decisions, regardless of which, well, no, the decisions actually do make a difference. Unlike a lot of other RPGs where they give you a whole bunch of decisions that give you the illusion of choice, but in reality, the plot proceeds the same way regardless anyway. But in this case, now there is a right and a wrong decision, and if you want to unlock the node for the ending, you do have to choose the bad decision first.
You've returned, Stock.
And get used to that, hearing that a lot, viewers.
Ambushing the enemy was a good idea, but your timing wasn't so good. You ended up getting attacked from two sides.
It's not impossible to take back the Sand Fortress. However,
But I thought Alistel fell.
the world will turn to sand by the time you can accomplish it.
You're going to have to go back in time to reverse this mistake. Stock, you must use Historia.
Shall we record the actions you've taken so far? Just in case?
So, yeah, don't worry about, like, which choice to make, because you can time travel. You can just go back and undo the problem. No, I don't
You
need...
have not yet recorded your actions. Are you sure, sir?
Yeah, I don't need to save. But I do need to go to the White Chronicle. Now, one of the nice things about this version of the game, if I recall correctly, usually if you get a bad ending, the game would take you, like, back to the beginning of the chapter, and then you'd have to go through the initial events. I mean, you could fast forward with the X button, but you'd still have to go back to Historia and then jump over here. Whereas in this case, we could just go straight there from Historia. So we got, like, the red node here. Yeah, those are the bad endings. So if you want to get all 283 nodes completed, you want to get all of those bad endings. So let's go back to this node where we had that critical decision and try again. So let's see. So once you've been through a cutscene, you can just press the start button over and over and over again until you get to the decision point again. So this time, let's try a different solution, since the other one didn't work.
No. An ambush would be too time-consuming. Perhaps we should...
Send out scouts?
Well, Stock, it looks like you're between a rock and a hard place.
Is that a pun?
You two. That means...
Are you making fun of me?
We have something to tell you.
We feel the presence of the Chronicle, one who wields the same power as you.
What do you mean? There's more than one?
What do you mean? Are you telling me there's another Chronicle?
That's right, there is.
Is that bad for us?
It's called the Black Chronicle.
Then someone else out there is wielding it just like I do.
Indeed. And its owner
What do they want?
is throwing this history into disarray.
What? How is that possible?
Well, I guess if they have the same power, they could time travel just like we can.
The Black Chronicle grants the same special power, and it's being used to cause harm to you.
Nuts.
But why? What's the angle?
We don't really know.
You mean to tell me that even the residents of Historia are blind to something?
Well, it's not like they're omniscient.
It's not as though we're omniscient.
You know me too well, game. I forgot the exact wording to these lines.
We can't see into the hearts of the wielders of the Chronicles.
Nuts.
I see. Well, let's take a step back here.
So, what do we do now? We hit a dead end?
Our mission is at a standstill because the explosives were never delivered. And you're telling me that this is all the doing of whoever wields the Black Chronicle?
Correct. The merchant was killed by the owner of the other chronicle.
Nuts.
And in doing so, history has been misaligned.
What can I do then? Should I go back in time?
Do we need to go further back?
Well, yes and no.
To be precise, you would need to go back in time to the other history.
What other history?
Because sometimes, even going back in time isn't enough to solve the problem. And when that's the case, you can resort to going back to the other history's timeline.
How would that help us here? That's a different timeline.
The two histories are bound to the same world. The hearts and minds of its people are shared.
Okay.
Thus, the actions we take in one time reverberate in the other. Take the merchant, for example. He was killed in the other history, and now his death is affecting this one.
How does it even work?
So what you're saying is, if I save him in the other history, he'll be alive in this one. And that would mean the explosives will get delivered. Am I on the right track here?
Let's just pretend this makes sense.
Correct. You've just spoken to the field agent. After that, he went somewhere else. This action must be affecting the other history.
Oh, okay.
You should search for incidents in the other history that may be linked to this situation. Especially if you are scheduled to meet him. You have to pay close attention to detail.
Okay, well, keep that in mind.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
You're sure to find yourself in similar situations from here on out. The past and the present. Two timelines. You will pass between them as necessary, in order to guide history in the right direction.
I have a feeling that will keep me busy.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll manage.
Well, yeah, we can just time travel if we ever screw up.
Well, until we meet again.
As long as I don't get killed.
Sergeant Stock? Sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what are you mumbling about?
Oh, I was just, talking to a wall.
It's nothing. Don't mind me.
No, that's another game, viewers.
Well, if you were figuring out a way to get a hold of those explosives, keep going. Just try not to scare my men when you do it. So, got any ideas?
No, not yet.
Yeah, can't tell them about the time traveling. Might freak people out and scare them. Oh, yeah, since we got out of this timeline briefly when we went to Historia, yeah, Rosh got removed from our active party there, but we could just put him back in anytime we want. But yeah, so at this point, we've hit a dead end. This is how the game is going to proceed from this point on. We go on one timeline, we hit a dead end, we got to do something in the other timeline that will somehow clear this up, and then we can progress from there. But what do we find in the other timeline with Heiss? Find out next time on Let's Play Radiant Historia, Perfect Chronology. This is H.G. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!